Do you ever feel like you're too much? This happens to me a lot, and when I was young in particular, because I've always had kind of an intense personality. There's no other real way to describe it, except that I've always had a little bit of a fierce attitude. I've always been ready to come at people with a little bit of sass, and I have no fear about picking arguments and starting little fights, not like crazy, but just getting, going head to head with people about ideas and things that I'm really passionate about and things that I'm really opinionated about. And at times, different times in my life, that's just felt like maybe it's too much for people. And I've definitely had phases where I felt like I've needed to tone it down, whatever that means, right? To like make myself a little bit smaller, to make myself a little more palatable for people. Just really falling into this temptation to sort of suppress who I really am in order to be what I think people think they want me to be, or to be more of what I think I should be. And it just kind of created this like spiral of situations where I'm frustrated because I don't feel like I'm really myself, but then I'm frustrated being myself because I don't know if people like that. And it just kind of creates this whole mess. But in the end, it leaves me feeling like, can I really be everything about who I am, or do I need to kind of play it down a little bit? This week's reading from Sirach actually talks a lot about this and gives us another key about what it is to be a disciple and how it actually takes a lot of humility. And humility is one of those words that I think we use a lot and we say a lot, but we don't always get it right. We play it a lot like I did, and end up thinking of ourselves as less than we are and putting ourselves down, and we think that that's humility, that checks the box that automatically makes us a good person. But this is actually a false humility. And maybe you've seen this happen, or you've done it yourself, like when someone compliments you or congratulates you for a really sweet goal that you made at your soccer game, and you like play it off like it was no big deal, or like you don't really care. Or when someone tells you that they really like your outfit one day, and you immediately start listing all the things that are wrong with you and all like your negative qualities, right? All of this temptation to like make ourselves less, to not think of ourselves as worthy. This is all a false humility, and it's not at all what Sirach had in mind when he talks about it in this week's reading. True humility also at its core is something that glorifies God, right? A false humility fails to do that because it focuses way too much on the self, right? So you get that compliment, you're like, no, all these other things are wrong with me. It doesn't make room to give glory to God for who you are. But Sirach says that by the humble, the Lord is glorified. That when we can receive and understand how good we are, and welcome all those things about us that make us uniquely ourselves, that uniquely reflect God, that we are actually glorifying God. That by praising Him and being grateful to God for making us in these ways, that we're actually glorifying the work of His hands. That I am a work of His hand, and by acknowledging the good in me, I am acknowledging the good of the one who made me. So my challenge for you this week is to really encourage you to reject that false humility and really step into a true humility, a humility that is grateful for the good qualities that you have, for just being who you are, and that glorifies God through it. And so maybe that means that the next time that someone compliments you, you say thank you. Or maybe it means that you make a list of all those qualities that you love about yourself, whether it's the fact that you are really funny and have a great sense of humor, or that you're really welcoming and loving and friendly to the people around you, or if it's that you're really creative, or that you sing well, or whatever it might be, to write those down and to say thank you to God for making you that way, and to glorify Him by expressing that gratitude to God. And so as you do that, whatever that brings up for you, if it helps you to be closer to God, if it helps you to just really like help you grow in that on your journey of discipleship, make sure you leave it in the comments and let me know like how it has practicing that true humility, how has it blessed you this week? And anything else that comes up as you talk about the readings with your friends in your summit group or in your own personal prayer, leave it below, because I want to hear all about it. And if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to our channel, that you share it with a friend, and that you come back next week when we talk about even more readings. And until then, I will be praying for you.